Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation of the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we do this meditation in 3 parts. We begin with our higher selves. Our higher self is the intuitive essence of our soul, your own inner voice. We ask it to take form so that we can align and acknowledge that this is our true self. And whatever form it takes, a light, a being, a tree, an animal, whatever form, we then ask it to touch our body. And as it touches our body, we breathe that energy in, and then we take the higher self into our body. And then I will make a little om sound like that. And at that point, you can push the pause button on your computer so that you can sit in meditation for as long as you like. Then the second part of the meditation is the practice of radiance, where we're utilizing the cosmic white light to quicken our own frequency. And so we draw that white light down from the cosmos, down to the top of our heads, into our stomachs, our solar plexus. And from there we laser that white light out. I like to do it across the planet, so that at the same time we're giving a gift of light to the planet, of consciousness to the planet, and back into the sky. And we just keep drawing that down and radiating it out. What it does is it opens your own electromagnetic field, your presence, and it helps you to sense that you're giving off a signal that says, this energy is available, this energy is here in the world. And then another om, press the button. And then the third part of the meditation, each week we pick a different situation or place, something that is happening. And this week, because I've heard this so many times from people, the anxiety that's created when you have a loved one who's in the hospital, maybe with COVID-19 or some other thing, or they're someplace else and you can't go to them, you can't be with them. And so this creates a tremendous amount of anxiety. And what's really true is that anxiety is a kind of noxious energy. It doesn't help them, and it certainly doesn't help you. So that all of the ways that you think you could help are nullified because you're anxious. So what we want to do then is to send light to all the people who are anxious and are separated from their loved ones, and to realize that we have telepathy. We have our soul connections. We can connect with them in a way that is healing to them. So we're going to send light to all the people who feel that anxiety about not being with their beloveds. So as we send them an energy of light, they can then send energy of light, healing light, to those that they're disconnected from on a physical plane. And that is probably part of what is the gift of what is going on with all of this quarantine and separation, is for us to learn that nothing can separate us. One of the things that I have learned in all of the deaths that I've been around in my life is that not even death separates us. It simply asks us to use our soul energy, the power of a higher level of consciousness, to connect, and to connect in a way that supports the soul, the spirit of someone, as well as our own. And then after that, we will have our knowings, a section in which people from around the world send questions to the Light Institute and the Sanctuary of Light, and we speak about them. Are you ready now? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. Hold it a moment, and now breathe out slowly through your mouth. This is what brings us into a meditative state. And breathe in again. And breathe out slowly. Feel your body relaxing, coming into that meditative state. And now ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, to take a form for you. Whatever form comes, just feel the energy of that form of your higher self. And And ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. You can imagine it touching you anywhere on your body. You can feel the touch, or imagine that you see it or hear it. Allow that touch to anchor your higher self to you. When you imagine that touch, then take a deep breath and draw your higher self in through that point into your body. And feel that you are sitting with the presence of your divine soul. So allow yourself to feel that energy in you, your own divine essence, and sit in meditation. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and extend your consciousness up into the cosmos. And imagine that you are drawing down a beautiful beam of brilliant white light that will quicken your frequency, quicken your energy, so that it illuminates your true self, down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, into your solar plexus. And as you feel that white light there, then laser it out from your solar plexus across the planet and back into the sky. And breathe in and draw it down, and as you breathe out, laser it out across and back into the sky. And just continue that stretching out of your own presence so that you can experience a sense of purpose and presence. Om. And breathe deeply into your body. And bring into your mind's eye all of the people around this planet who feel separate from the ones they love, because the ones they love are ill or they're someplace else. They feel that anxiety of not being able to comfort them or to be with them at this moment. Bring all of those beings with that anxiety into your mind's eye and ask them what frequency of light they need from you to release the anxiety, and to know that because they can focus their consciousness, they can send light to someone they love, that this is a great healing for themselves and for the others. So if you have them gathered in your mind's eye, all the people who cannot reach in the usual way, those that they need to or wish to be close to at this moment, and ask them what color they need from you. Whatever color you sense that they're showing you. Now reach up into the cosmos and pull that color, exact tone of that color, down through the top of your head into your solar plexus stomach, and laser that color to those anxious people and allow them to receive that color, so that by receiving that frequency of light, their anxiety dissipates. And with that calm energy comes a clarity, a recognition that through their conscious, through the love of their hearts, through their compassion, they can reach those that they want to be close to and uplift them. So draw that color in. You may get one color and then another or several. It matters not, but draw that color that they have asked for down through the top of your head, as if you were the beautiful vehicle of that transition of light. And radiate that out from you. Extend it out to them until you feel a shift. Maybe they smile. Maybe they turn towards you, maybe they get bigger. Extend it to all the people who have been caught in anxiety, to lift them. And then imagine that they are sending light, the color that they hear from the people they want to be close to. That they are getting a color of light, and that they are pulling that in from the cosmos and extending out to their beloveds. So feel this rippling out, you drawing in to give it to them, to cause them to be free of anxiety and peaceful and trusting. And then they draw in the color that will help them to touch cosmically, spiritually, the ones that they wish to be close to, and they are radiating that out to their beloveds. So feel that going on and sit in meditation. Take a deep breath into your body. Feel that peace within you, your presence, and open your eyes. Thank you for giving that meditation that I know will be helpful around the world. And now we'll begin this other part, this time of knowings, and see what questions have come that we can utilize not only to uplift ourselves, but from our hearts to uplift all of those who will hear these questions. Allison will give us the questions. Read them, please, Allison.
Chris, the first question comes from Hawaii.
Good.
Aloha, Chris. I am newly pregnant and wondering if it's a good time to bring a new child into the world with all the changes. I was excited, but now I'm getting nervous and anxious because I don't have all the resources and support I want. I was waiting for an investment to come through, and it has not yet arrived. I'm not entirely sure when it will. I have been questioning my choices, even to the point of considering taking the pill to make the soul go away. Are there spiritual repercussions to this choice? I don't want to do it, but I feel pressure to. And yet I feel a deep inner strength within. I know each soul is blessed with the strengths they need when they come into life. I just want to be present and aligned with Spirit. Mahalo for your consideration.
This is a question I think that is probably going on for millions of women at this time. First of all, let me say that what you tapped into, that you feel that every soul that is born onto this planet is born with the energy they need to use this incarnation of the soul. And that is what is gifted to you. You have it too. And it's important for you to trust your own inner knowing. You can't get rid of a soul with a pill. You can get rid of the body. Yes, you can. But there are several things that I would say about that. First of all, and I've been with a lot of women who have had abortions or have gone in that direction. And it's very important to speak to the Spirit. You can speak to the Spirit yourself by just sitting in meditation and asking them to take form and asking them if it would be all right if you did that. Or if they really want to come in. And if they really say, yes, I want to be here, then I would say, trust that it's not about money, it's not about support, it's about your karmic relationship with this being. And I have noted that the last couple of generations of children who have come in on a very different wave, a very different frequency than we have. Much less karma, much less of that heaviness, and much more capacity of consciousness to participate. And I think that we need those new energies. They will inherit this planet, and they will do it well. And so you want to ask that Spirit first and get their answer. I have seen so many women, and this is something that's important for you to know, that have said to the Spirit, or have said, I really would like to have a child, but this isn't the right moment because. And what happens is that you are sending a message that says, well, not now, but maybe later. So you're actually tethering them in the astral in such a way that they're waiting for you. Perhaps you have had an abortion yourself before, or taken a pill earlier in your life. This may be that same spirit that is waiting for you to have the trust or to feel that it's the right time. If a conception occurs, there's something that is so powerful spiritually. It's beyond what we understand. And so I would say there's definitely a reason that this being has chosen you, because we choose our parents. And it's chosen you because this is someone you know and you've traveled with again and again. That's why it's so important to clear any kinds of conversation, should you or should you not. And then once you do, if you decide to release that body within you, do so without guilt. Do so in peace and harmony. But be clear, it's not that I'm going to take you back in some other time, because when a spirit sits in the astral, it's outside of time and space. It can wait for lifetimes for you to invite them back in. Or they may attempt to come in again and again because there's something that hasn't been finished off. What you want to do is to feel that this spirit, this soul, is powerful enough to be a help to this planet, rather than something that would be so terrible for it to experience. Again, we choose the moment of our birth, we choose the moment of our deaths, and we choose with whom we will live. And so I hope that this brings you some kind of direction to go in, and to trust yourself. And this is a time when, because our hormones are being awakened, that we're very emotional and we're looking for that support. We're listening to everybody else's advice, and listen to your own heart. And know that if you choose to bring this child, this being, and I think it's important to say that every child that comes in as a tiny baby is a fully developed soul. It's just using a baby's body because that's the way we do it at this planet, at this time. This may change in the future. So know that you are connecting with a complete soul who has the wisdom and has the recognition to help you. This being may be here to help you, to help the planet. And so listen for those pieces of information, and do so with an open heart. I think, of course I'm a mother of 6, I think that all beings that come in with great purpose, with spiritual wisdom, and at this time at the planet, we need that kind of vibration. It is, after all, those beautiful beings that come in that open our hearts, not only yours, but all the ones around you and across the planet. So, aloha to you, Hawaii. Yes, Allison, who's next?
The next question comes from Spain. Dear Chris, do you have a remedy for broken hearts that are left behind after death of a beloved, whether it is a person, pet, or plant?
Oh my, indeed. And it invites this, my remedy, invites you to really take a big leap in your sense of self, because those of us who are left behind with these broken hearts, that's the conversation. We feel the emptiness. We feel the memories and the loss of the patterning and the daily connection or the spiritual or emotional connection. Those that have left are free. And they often are whispering to us through symbols or some kind of a magical synergy to say, I'm fine, do not cry for me, let me go. And so what I would say is it's about the letting go, and here's the remedy. We want them to live on, and they will not live on through our just through our memories or the pictures we have or the things that they have given us or we've given them. That's not the way they live on. That's the way we stimulate the imprint, the emotional imprint that we have lost them. The way that they live on is that a part of them becomes a part of us. That's how powerful our spiritual connections actually are. So the way we do that is to think of the quality or qualities that they have always brought forth for you to recognize. Maybe you've loved their humor, or the way that they take on life, their courage, or the way they do something, or the way they give to you, or whatever it is. Those qualities and attributes that they have that you admire. And once you hold that in your consciousness, oh, I love that about them, then you just take a deep breath and imagine that you are inheriting that. We have a word for that at the Light Institute. It's called psychogenetic inheritance. We inherit psychogenetically, not just physically. And so you are now taking that in and holding that as if you held them in your heart. And if you will do that, what happens, which is absolutely amazing, is that those qualities will begin to grow in you so that they live on through you. And this is something that we, as we go through the initiations of spirit, we must go through these initiations. That it's not about the outside. That the person or the pet or the flower or whatever it was that has gone on is a reflection of our own selves. And that we can never lose a person. Death does not separate us. Only our own limited consciousness creates the illusion of separation. But we want to let them go so that we have finished some level of karma with a soul and take that beautiful essence into ourselves and let it grow in us, so that the fact that they have been a part of our lives is a part of our own evolution, a part of what makes us become more wonderful, more illuminated, more loving and compassionate. And when we do that, the pain goes away and we suffer no more. We do not have to suffer that someone has chosen in their wisdom. They have their own stories that are not about us. They have their own destiny. And so think of that and bring that into you and let that heal your broken heart so that your heart heals. They would not want you to carry around a broken heart. They would want you to use life and to grow on. Great love. Alison, the last.
The last question comes from Hawaii also.
Oh, good. Hello, Hawaii.
Chris, how do we grow the inner child and move past all the layers of fear as we confront ourselves?
What a wonderful question. Because our inner child is not just the emotional child that we were when we were young, but the inner child is an aspect of our own soul. We say at the Light Institute that your inner child is connected to the cosmos. Your inner child is the wisest person you'll ever know. And so our inner child comes to this planet, comes to this embodiment with gifts that we sometimes forget that we have. Maybe you had the gift of love or tenderness or creativity when you were small, that you brought into this world. And with all the fears that have been piled upon you, you've forgotten that you had that in you. And this is why connecting to our inner child is so illuminating, and it releases us from this stagnation of fear, because our inner child, imagine, connecting to the cosmos, connecting to the purpose of our coming into body. Our inner child is not afraid. Our inner child is not carrying those layers upon layers of fear and negativity that have occurred through our experiences or that we have psychogenetically inherited from others. So let's just do a quick, short exercise in consciousness for you to connect with your inner child so you can practice this again and again. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. And as you breathe out, imagine that your own inner child, this aspect of you that's connected to the cosmos and your purpose in life, takes form. It may be as a baby or a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, your own inner child. Just imagine, you might see a picture of yourself when you were small, but bring it into your mind's eye. And now extend your consciousness to this form of your inner child and ask your inner child to show you qualities that you have brought into this world. You might hear the answer or feel it or see it, a quality that you have brought into this world with you to give to this world. And whatever quality or qualities are coming into your mind, into your consciousness, ask your inner child to touch your body where you hold those qualities now. Maybe they're hidden, maybe you haven't been using them, but just breathe in and imagine that your inner child is touching a place in your body where you hold those qualities. And now, breathe into the touch of your inner child so that as your inner child touches your body, your inner child can activate and amplify those qualities in you now that will remind you of the gift of coming into form. Remember that you came in as a wise being, as a wise soul, with specific qualities to utilize as part of your gift of being in this world, in this embodiment. So feel that activation, and then just imagine that you're radiating those gifts. Maybe it's humor, maybe it's happiness, maybe it's wisdom, as you're radiating them out from you into the world. And then draw your inner child into your body, as we did before in our meditation. Just imagine that you're embracing your inner child and your inner child is coming into you as you have perceived it at this moment to support you in your life and your wisdom and the activation of these gifts that you hold. And take a deep breath and open your eyes. This is a great exercise in consciousness to do when you go to bed at night. It'll help you to sleep well. Or when you wake up in the morning, it'll help you to feel as if I can do anything. Life is good. And I know I have wisdom. I have gifts to polish and to use in my life now. Great love to you all.